Hairbrain Comedy presents.
You ready to do this, Jasper?
Fuck yeah.
Awesome. Well, this is Picking Fights with DJ and Jasper T. Colbaire. This is UFC 265. I'm DJ Dangler, and with me, all the way from Los Angeles,
The world famous Jasper T. Colbaire, baby.
Jasper T. Colbaire, coming to us from it looks like a closet.
Yeah, that's my buddy. He had a room for rent here, so I'm in town, so I figured, you lived out here, DJ. Do you know Ricardo Lamas?
He's the renegade.
But
Is
yeah,
it just
he is,
renegade?
man. We're just two renegades sharing this apartment.
That's sweet. Life on the road. Well, thanks for being here, Jasper.
Yeah.
Well, let's pick some fights.
Let's do it.
Opening up with a bantamweight fight. That
Your favorite.
it is my favorite. Not Casey Kenny taking on Yadong Song.
Yadong Song. I love it.
It's so fun to say.
It's such a
I
good
will
name.
root for him. Yadong Song.
Yadong.
His fight name is Kung Fu Monkey.
Why does he even need one?
Yadong Song is great, but I want it to be two different people that work together.
I agree. Yadong Song, I think it should be Yadong Song, the legend of the Kung Fu Monkey.
Oof, I love it. He needs a longer. It's so perfect. I don't
know why Yadong Song is not a Chinese pop radio hit.
The Yadong Song.
Yeah.
I want him to win so badly, not just because of his two great names, but also I don't want to see Casey Kenny fight.
I don't know. I don't understand why they bumped this fight up. Both these dudes are coming off losses that they didn't look amazing, and now I gotta watch Casey Kenny. He sounds like he works at a fucking Village Pantry. I don't want to watch him on pay-per-view.
I have a theory. I think Dana White thinks Casey Kenny is related to Kenny Chesney. And I think that's it. I think he...
Can we just not talk about this one and say we're rooting for Yadong Song?
Yeah, name alone. And if anybody has an argument with that, I'll tell you what. Your argument? Yadong Song.
Yadong Song.
The tiniest of fighters. Tesha, the tiny tornado Torres. That's some great alliteration. She is taking on Angela Overkill Hill. Another great name.
I got a problem with the tiny tornado because I lost a lot of good people to tornadoes, and this woman's going to just callously use that as her name coming in there. I think that's, although she does kind of remind me of a Tasmanian devil, so if she would just call herself Tasmanian devil but do a tornado when she's in the ring, then that's cool.
Yeah. I'm just going to guess here, over under. How many women have you slept with that have Tasmanian devil tattoos? I'm going to guess 4.
God. How many stars are in the sky, DJ?
Yeah, 4. That's my guess.
Yep. Yeah, okay.
The 2-fight win streak after 4 losses, I think, says a lot about Tesha Torres' heart and her ability to learn, like UFC level.
We got women in this division like Joanna and Wally and Thug Rose who are knocking bitches out. These women ain't doing that. That's why they're number 10 and number 12, and they're just going to keep trading that.
To that point, Tiny Tornado just got her first TKO. I'll tell you what, if Tiny Tornado gets her second TKO or knockout,
okay,
I'll become a tiny little Tornado fan.
So there's more reason to root for Torres.
I think she has a higher ceiling than Hill.
Yeah, okay. I'm fine with that. She's younger. She's got more... All the more reason to root for her here. I don't know if it's a logical pick, but you made a good argument, DJ, and I am nothing if not a man of compromise.
You are the ever reasonable Jasper T. Colbaire. Let's quit being reasonable right now. How about you tell me about welterweight contender number 5 in the world, Michael Chiesa?
Oh man, how can a man be number 5 when no one has ever watched him fight?
Nobody has.
Because he's on pay-per-views. He's there, just nobody's fucking watching. Everybody's refilling their fucking nacho bowl. They're getting their fondue heated up during Michael Chiesa's fights. Look, he's good. He can grapple the fuck out of somebody. He's a big, strong guy, and he's an American, and I'm gonna say it. I'm proud to be an American, and I'll root for him if there's a chance. But when you're fighting somebody like a fucking Brazilian, Vincent Luque, like he is a fucking badass, man. He's a killer, and you want to talk about higher ceilings? Vincent Luque is the one. He's the one to pick here. Maverick, I'm sorry, I love your nickname. It reminds me of like a cool car. It reminds me of a cigarette. It reminds me of John McCain. It reminds me of lots of stuff that's cool.
Tom Cruise.
And unless Michael Chiesa can just like shut this kid down and make him look like a bitch, then I don't want to see him win.
Yeah, I know Luque isn't like a premier Brazilian jiu-jitsu guy, but he's still from the capital of Brazil.
Yeah,
like that means like he I think it's safe to assume he's got defense against BJJ.
Oh, yeah.
I think kids like I'll bet he was born with some cauliflower ear, like right out the womb.
Cauliflower ear and a blue belt, Brazilian babies.
Brazilian babies. That's how they wrap their diapers.
Yeah. I just got to think that, and I got to think everybody at the UFC is fingers crossed that they're going to knock Michael Chiesa out of the top 5.
Yeah, because he deserves to be there, but you just don't care. This is fun. I don't know if you saw it. We have two guys fighting here at this bantamweight fight. Junior and the Young Punisher, both of whom are 34 years old. Making fun of the name or not, I was shocked to find out that Aldo was only 34 years old.
No shit, man. I know we talk about it every time, but those fucking Brazilians, man. Holy cow. It's like dog ears.
Yeah, he was fighting top tier at early 20s, I'm guessing.
It is always weird. You got a guy like him when he was on top of the world at 145. They always talked about how he could barely make weight and he was going to go up to 155. It was just a matter of time. And now he's down at 135 and he's struggling.
I think Aldo's still better than Pedro.
Yeah, and I'm gonna pitch something here, and it's that from now on, as Pedro Munhoz gets older, you only have him fight young prospects because he's the young Punisher.
So he starts punishing the young.
Yep.
Yeah, I like it. You repurpose that name.
But that means he cannot be fighting other 34-year-olds.
Pedro's never been finished. That's kind of a fun. I would take a side bet on that.
See, that's interesting because Jose Aldo still fights like a fucking bat out of hell. He's always trying to finish. And so does he get tired of beating this motherfucker's ass?
Do you want to split this? You want to go young Punisher? I think Jose Aldo's got this.
Let's make it interesting. Yeah, I'll take the young Punisher. Let's say that I'm making the prediction that Jose Aldo is just his race is run. It's over. And because to be honest, if he loses to the young Punisher, then that's going to be my honest opinion. How the fuck he's ranked number 5, I have no idea. That's bullshit.
He's 2-1 in that division.
So, yep.
You're saying the first 2 just didn't count? Those were like, we're going to give him the first 2.
Those are warm-ups. Those are warm-up fights. Yeah, okay. I'll do Pedro Munhoz. I don't care. I'll do Pedro Munhoz.
Even if we disagree on the outcome, I think we can both agree this is not an interim title fight.
No, that's fucking... Look, I don't... This is a good fight. And the winner of this fight absolutely should be fighting for the title.
Number 1 contender fight. That's what it is.
But, first of all, they disrespected Amanda Nunes by making her the co-main event under these motherfuckers. And they disrespected Francis Ngannou by making an interim fight just because he didn't want to fight 4 months later.
But to that first point, I feel like with it being UFC 265, you got to put heavyweights in the main event. 265.
Like, no one's going to understand. They're going to be so confused.
Yeah, I would be.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Stipe or John Jones, then make the winner of this fight the other one until it's like a 4-man or a 6-man or 8. How many dudes are we talking about? 6-man tournament.
5, but it's like a weird 5-man tourney. Yeah.
And I mean, they do that. They did that shit with fucking Shane Carwin and Brock Lesnar and Frank Mir, where they danced around each other and then finally unified belts. Like, this just should not be. It just shouldn't.
I find this, but I find this belt offensive. And that's a stupid thing to say, but it makes...
Well, it's fucking stupid. It's a stupid thing, so have a stupid opinion. Derek Lewis is from Texas. Derek Lewis is a big bad motherfucker who knocks people out. He says funny shit after he gets done fighting. So I want to pick Derek Lewis, but then I got this nagging voice in the back of my head saying, do you want to fucking make money off this, Jasper? Do you want to make money? It's fucking gone, man. And I know he's French. But he's 9-0. He's a bad motherfucker, and there's something about this dude. He reminds me like a George St. Pierre, where he just isn't going to break the game plan. He's going to do what's right, and he's going to win this fucking fight. So my heart is with Derek Lewis, but my money's on Gagne.
As much as I like Ngannou, as much as he is as a consummate professional, I think fighting in your hometown is really advantageous. I think he didn't travel. I think he's going to probably be staying in his own bed or driving streets. He's not getting mad at anything. He knows where to park.
Okay.
I know that everybody's a professional, but I do think that's something. I think everything that's easier before a fight like this stacks up. The only thing I will say is, to your point that Gon's a super athlete and real disciplined, Derek Lewis does get tired. He gets tired and puts you away late, and Gon can go the distance.
You think Derek Lewis could knock him out?
Nobody else has.
But it's only 9 fights. I mean, if somebody's going to do it, Derek Lewis is a good pick.
Yeah. I don't know. It'll be interesting. I'm normally with big heavyweights, you're like, oh, I hope this is over early. That's not what I want in this situation. I want to watch these guys knock the stuffing out of each other for 15 to 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And I don't want a decision. Bond, you don't notice it because he's still a giant tank, but he's the smaller man in this, and I don't think that's going to be disadvantage to their style, because it's not like 245. It's not like he's going to get pinned under Lewis and can't get up.
What does that say about this main event, that we just keep going back to who else they can fight when this one's over?
Tells you that this is not a title fight.
These
guys are two great number one contenders. I'll pick Lewis. You're picking Cyril. I think Cyril's a tough name. I know that sounds silly, but I do.
Yeah.
Wise. I like Wise.
Hey, he's tough like Captain Crunch on the top of your mouth. Cyril Gagne.
I looked it up because I didn't know it. Bone Gammon, I think it means like the good urchin.
His nickname is like the polite bum.
The tough hobo. I hope he shows up in a boxcar.
A barrel with suspenders out to the cage. Is that it?
Yeah, that's the card. We only disagreed on the last 2 fights.
Yep.
All right. I'll tell you where my heart is. Yadong song.
Yadong song.
Let's sign off with that. This has been Picking Fights with DJ Dangler.
Jasper T. Colbaire.
Yadong song.
Yadong.